Think that sniffling and sneezing through this allergy season is bad. Well, imagine being allergic to just about everything, and it's so severe it could be deadly.
All right, what sounds like the latest episode of House is a reality for a mom and her 4-year-old little girl. Linda Schmidt is here right now with more. Linda.
That's right. Good evening there, guys. Well, this is really serious stuff that we're talking about. It's about a mother's struggle to keep her daughter alive and healthy. And what this woman has to do, this is amazing, to make this happen is truly overwhelming.
I can do it all by myself.
Little Ann looks and acts just like a typical 4-year-old. She likes to swing.
Whoa!
She enjoys riding her bike, and she just loves playing with her 2 older brothers, Noah and Luke. And like most little girls, she loves a tea party.
That's how the fancy ladies do it. They hold their pinky out like that.
Well, I'm not a fancy lady. I'm just a kid.
Ann is also very conscious about not getting hurt when she's playing.
I'm very careful so I don't hurt.
But Ann is much more fragile than she looks. In fact, her life is at risk every day.
Mostly I'm the optimist, and I, mostly walk around pretending that everything is great and it's fine.
But it's far from fine. That's because Ann is severely allergic to chemicals and just about every food you can think of.
If she had milk, ultimately she could die.
And 2.5 years ago, Lisa Lundy almost lost her little girl.
I was not able to keep her alive because I couldn't find any food she could eat.
Lisa says Ann's little body just couldn't tolerate most foods, and she became malnourished. That's when Lisa found Dr. Kapana Patel, who specializes in environmental medicine.
She was suffering from chronic diarrhea, resulting into the malnutrition, failure to weight gain, gross motor delay, extensive hives and rashes.
Dr. Patel believes chemicals are causing a lot more kids and adults to get severe allergies.
We've been bombarded by the chemicals in air, food, and water, and there are more than 70,000 chemicals that one is exposed.
Now, open your mouth.
The doctor began treating Ann with antigen drops. Now, her mom gives her the drops every day under her tongue. And the drops are actually diluted versions of the foods that Ann is allergic to try and help build up her tolerance. In addition, Ann's doctor prescribes her several other medications to help normalize her brain function and her nervous system to get relief from her allergies. Her mom believes the treatment is helping, and she says Ann has built up a tolerance to some of the foods she was once allergic to.
In order for you to make Ann the majority of the food that she eats, you have to have these special ingredients.
Absolutely.
Or she wouldn't be able to eat.
That's right.
She's also on a rigid schedule recommended by her doctor to rotate Ann's foods. For example, Ann can never have the same food 2 days in a row. Then there's the sauna the family bought. The doctor strongly recommends Ann sit in it for about a half an hour every day to help sweat out toxins. And there's more.
Okay, well, we have vitamins and minerals, so this she gets after the sauna. This she gets before the sauna. This is before the sauna. This is after the sauna. And this is after the sauna.
So do you think the treatment that you've given her has basically saved her life?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And while Lisa agrees it is keeping her daughter alive, she believes her daughter's life is still at risk every day.
We'll put these away for right now.
Lisa chooses not to let her sons go to school for fear that they might bring germs back into the house that Ann's body just couldn't tolerate. So all 3 children are homeschooled.
A, B, C, D, E.
And having friends come over and play is just too risky.
It's very isolating for one not to be able to have people come in your house. And I mean, I don't know if you could tell how excited the kids were to have you guys here. I mean, it's just so abnormal.
Lisa says her daughter's allergies have taken an emotional and a financial toll. Now, the cost of the treatment, in addition to all the special foods that we've shown you, cost the family more than $2,500 every month. And to make things worse, her HMO, Univera, whose slogan is "We fit your life better," stopped paying after 4 months' worth of treatment. Well, we wanted to know why. So we called Univera, and even though Lisa had given her insurance company permission to talk with us about her child's case, the company told Fox 5 it was under no obligation to do so. Now, Lisa appealed Univera's decision not to cover her daughter's treatment, but she lost when an independent medical review board sided with the insurance company, saying, quote, the health plan should not cover the proposed treatment because it has, quote, no proven benefit, and it was considered experimental or investigational.
It is very sad that they are not paying for the treatment which works.
Dr. Patel thinks the insurance company is being short-sighted because if Ann ends up in the hospital, it could cost the insurance company hundreds of thousands of dollars.
The health insurance company would pay for her to be on a feeding tube, have seizures, be brain injured, and be in the hospital every month, but they won't pay half as much to make her be well.
Lisa believes the so-called experimental treatment is working because when she took Ann off of it, she says this is what happened. Severe eczema. A rash broke out all over Ann's legs, oozing blood. Lisa says stopping the treatment again is not an option.
I did it once, not knowing, what would happen. I just couldn't do that to her again.
Now, what do you say to some of the experts who say, look, her severe allergy to chemicals, it just can't be proven? What do you say to that?
What I can say is look at the response, how she has done. It speaks for itself.
Whatever it is I have to do, to raise money or fight to get the insurance coverage is what I have to do, because I'm not willing to lose her over money.
And speaking of the money that Lisa's talking about, she says the extraordinary cost of the treatment for her daughter has depleted the family's savings and left them about $70,000 in debt. In the meantime, Dr. Patel believes the treatments will lead to Ann being able to eventually eat more foods and finally live somewhat of a normal life for this kid.
What an emotional story this is.
Yeah.
We were watching, and we do hear more about children and adults getting these severe allergies. Now, is there any hope that this type of treatment will be covered in the future?
Well, this is the bottom line. Dr. Patel made an interesting analogy. Bone marrow transplants.
Right.
At one time considered experimental, they were not covered. But today, a known lifesaver. So they are covered. So Dr. Patel is actually hoping that sometime in the near future, hopefully for Ann's sake, that the same thing is actually going to happen for allergy patients like Ann.
We hope so.
And the insurance companies will then cover it.
I'm sure you'll keep an eye on it for us.
We're going to continue to follow this one, yeah.
Good. Thanks, Linda.